Give me a, did you just give me a thumbs up? Thanks. Hello, everyone. It's Lori with Live with Vitality Collective, and it's Monday. It's Monday. And we come to you every Monday with a cool health topic and something that we like to just share with you. So, turns out that September 12th through the 18th is National Balance Awareness Week. And so each one of us today wants to share a little bit about balance and what we do to balance in different ways. So as I am getting older, I'm very conscious about just balance in my body. I am a student of yoga, and I have been for 30 something years. And, that's part of a yoga practice is keeping your lower body strong for your balance. So some things, you can do the poses. I mean, you can like search balance poses, yoga balance poses if you want, like tree. Gosh, now I put myself on the spot. I love tree pose, by the way. But there's lots of good balance poses. It can even be on your knees, and you can, do you can be down on the ground. It's not like you have to be standing up. So there's so many great balance poses in yoga to help strengthen your lower body. Or I always think of people that brush their teeth. When you're brushing your teeth, you can stand on one leg and one foot, and there's balance there. So I really try to incorporate and be as much of that as I can, and to be mindful of it, just to keep my body strong. So I am going to pass it over to Hannah, so she can share with you what she focuses on.
Thank you, Lori. And I love sun salutations in the morning and moon salutations in the evening. So these are wonderful balance exercises. But I would love to share about work-life balance because as a mom of four, this is a very important topic for me. And I just had a friend today who's also a Juice Plus customer, shared about how she just cannot find time at home when she's with the kids to actually work. So she was talking about creating some workspace outside of home, because we know that if you're at home, you are like, the laundry has to be done, the kids are screaming. So really, as Lori before when we were chatting mentioned, even if you have to go out and work in your car, it's perfectly okay. And it's just a small step to find work-life balance. And I'm sure that Chris afterwards will share much more because he also has kids. But first, I would like to hand it over to Andy, who's going to share something interesting, I'm sure. No, it's Chris. So first is Chris. Perfect. Because he has kids, so I'm sure that he's going to share a little bit more about how to create work-life balance with kiddos. Go ahead, Chris.
That's right. That's right. So the whole spectrum of kids, from a fully grown one, 22 years old, to a little 5-year-old. So I'm one of those very seriously busy guys. My diary is completely chock-a-block. There's no break even to have food to eat. Literally today was an example of that. I put my little one into kindergarten. I ran off to my next appointment. So it's really, really tough for me, and I have to find the food balance in my life, and that's why I take Juice Plus, because I think it really does help me to get that balance. And whenever I can get normal food, then it's pretty sure it helps. For example, I can tell you that right now my family is actually they were ill. They were ill up to the weekend. The twins were ill. Last week, middle of last week, my daughter was ill. 5-year-old daughter was ill, and Vera, my partner, was ill. Everyone was ill, but I wasn't ill. So what does that say? So, and they're not so Juice Plusy. I am. So I think there's some sort of evidence there that it does really sort of help. So yeah. Also at the weekend, I'm a YouTuber at the weekend, so I just don't have time. So I have to have that extra whole food nutrition pick going throughout my week. So I'm really grateful to that product, and I'm always going to be an advocate and always going to be a customer of it. So I'm going to pass on now to the wonderful and the very knowledgeable Andy. She will continue to talk about further balance in life.
Thank you, Chris. I love this topic. I do yoga as well, and I love tree and triangle for balance. I actually also love the eagle pose where you're like wrapping yourself up and trying to stand up, and I never am able to stand up for long, and it reminds me that I need to keep doing that. So, and then as for nutrition, to piggyback on Chris, I love our complete protein powder because that's a meal on the go for me. I can literally just bring the packet and I can find water wherever I am, and I can shake it up in a shaker bottle. And I do that. We all just were in, as you may have seen from some of our posts, we were all just in Phoenix together, except for these two lovely people who don't, who live across the pond and can't get on a short flight there. But a lot of us were there, and that is definitely how we all kind of stay sharp throughout the day, stay high energy throughout the day. But the topic that I think of first for me right now, because like Chris, I have a lot on my plate. We're still building our home from the ground up with our own bare hands. And we're still building gardens here on Shambhala. And so we're also really busy. And so in addition to nutrition, it's really good to focus on balancing work and rest. And I know when I don't balance that, I get run down. I can get sick. I get some of the same symptoms of getting sick, but I know it's not a virus or a flu. It's literally just my body needing to rest, because then I rest for a day or two and I feel great. I don't have all of the, you know, kind of sick symptoms of a respiratory issue or a stomach virus issue. I just have the fatigue, and like maybe sometimes even will lose my voice, which I came back yesterday. I definitely was hoarse yesterday after screaming at conference for 4 days. So that's kind of what goes in me first. And how I focus on that is I make sure that I actually schedule in periods of rest. So in like the 3 to 4 hour period of the day, I don't usually schedule something so that I can either lay down for a sec or go underneath and lay in our hammock, and just do some deep breathing. I also don't like to start my day from the moment I get out of bed. I don't really book anything before 9 or 10 a.m. so that if I get up at 6 or 7, I can have a couple of hours of just quiet space, breathing, reading, and then I do the same at night. So I urge you guys to schedule in self-care and schedule in a massage once a month, or schedule in a nice pedicure once a month, and just take care of yourselves and balance in this stressful, crazy life, this adrenaline, fast-paced, never stop crazy life that we all live, where we're in fight or flight mode all of the time, and your body really needs to move out of that more often than not. So that's us today. If you like what we post and we talk about, please share it with your friends, pass it on, repost it to your story or your wall, and stick with us every Monday as we come in and tune in live to talk about all of these healthy topics. Thanks for watching, everybody.